Welcome to the Melville Family Foundation Brief Workshop for Mentors. This is especially designed for those who have agreed to mentor our scholars at Uplift Education. First of all, thank you so much for agreeing to do that. What a noble and kind gesture, and what a wonderful way to touch the future by helping and change the life of a scholar. Today, we're going to have some opportunities to think carefully about what it is we're asking you to do. I want to give you enough of an edge to not just be good, but to be great. And the way we're going to do that is I have 4 topics that we're going to review today. The first one is knowing. What is it that you might need to know about our scholars to be successful? I'll help you think about that. The second one is glowing. There are so many wonderful ways to talk with the scholars. So how is it that I can help you increase a glowing atmosphere for our scholars? The third is growing. There is a way to help our scholars grow. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to talk with you a bit about this incredible playbook. I'm so proud of it and its recent edits. So we're going to talk about growing by using the playbook. And then finally, controlling. Controlling is also very important because it allows you to know very clearly the things that you should not do. Finally, I will give you some contact information that will help you connect with the person that you need to in the event that there are some exceptional circumstances with your scholar. Let's begin with knowing. In our knowing segment, I am addressing the ideas around social emotional intelligence. What is that? Social emotional intelligence has to do with a person's ability to solve or think through challenges given their emotional state. This is particularly interesting and important when we're talking about middle school scholars. They really have a great opportunity to grow with you because they are at a stage where their hormones are growing at fast rates and they're learning to manage them. It's also important because they may have had some trauma or drama in their lives that they haven't completely worked through. And so their emotions may be delayed by that event. So in mentoring, it is very important to know that there is a social emotional quotient. One of the things to be considered in that quotient is how are they processing what you're talking about? You may be able to clearly see that by delays in response, distraction, or simply behavior that doesn't seem to sync with their age. When you see those kinds of things, it's also really important just to slow yourself down and provide an opportunity for the scholar to think carefully about the moment that's difficult and for you to provide levels of reflection. And I'm going to talk in our next segment about how to be a great listener. The final component with social emotional thinking relative to our scholars is that we know that our mentoring program helps our scholars process emotionally. It does that by providing a clear set of skills and patterns and goals through the playbook that helps them think carefully about things that may be troubling them through specific tasks. So let's move forward in this adventure. Part 2 is glowing. Glowing talks about how we help the scholars be their best selves. Well, while we're focused on the scholars, the focus really is on you. Because what I'm asking you to do in this segment is to show up to the space as fully competent, fully prepared, and ready to receive your scholars. You can do that by reviewing what we have put in playbook. You can do that by being at the space early. You can do that by being able to greet your scholars in a great way, welcoming them to the space. When they arrive online or in person, and most of our segments are online, thanks so much for being on time or early to that space. They will know that when they can count on you in terms of your reliability and your consistency in showing up, that sends a clear message about how you have showed up to that space. Secondly, we strongly encourage you to model. Thanks for showing our scholars how to have an online presence by having the appropriate attire, by reflecting to them what they are doing well, and by showing them that they have done a great job because you can see them emulating your great behavior. The final point is the art of active listening. I am excited to share with you that active listening is simply that. It is engaged by leaning forward and thinking carefully about what you're going to say. Active listening is also listening in a way that you can repeat exactly what your scholar says. It's not being a parrot, but it is showing the scholar that you heard what they said. And then finally, another skill of active listening is being able to paraphrase what your scholar says that really enforces and encourages them that you are engaged in the process. Our third segment, growing. This is a stellar moment because we have worked hard on editing and updating the playbook in a way that we think better reflects an easier engagement with our scholars. And here's part of a sneak peek of the playbook. One of the things I encourage you to know before you show up in the space is that the playbook is focusing on career, college, and creativity. In those three components, there are a plethora of activities and goals designed to help the scholars think carefully about those spaces. And some of those are really fun and engaging. So when you read the playbook before you come to the space, you'll know that those three perspectives, career, college, and character, are very important to the goals and objectives in your mentoring time. Our final segment, controlling. If you are anything like many of our mentors, and you probably are, you're going to find so many things to love about your mentee. I bet you'll think about them on times other than the space that you'll have with them. You'll wonder how their evenings are going. You'll wonder how or if they got through difficult moments and situations. That is completely normal. But because of that, I encourage you to control your desire to share your phone number or any personal information. That would be a no. What I would also encourage you to know is that we do not, in any form or fashion, expect nor should you provide gifts for our scholars. So this is specific behavior that you must control. If your scholar is in need of specific help and it's clear to you that it is outside of your bandwidth, we encourage you to contact the person that we are providing information for in this following slide. Thank you so much for being a part of the Melville Family Foundation Mentoring Program. I'm confident you're going to leave this experience with so much and that your mentees will leave with even more. In conclusion, a brief recap: knowing, glowing, growing, and controlling. Those four perspectives are going to be very helpful in you executing exactly what we are after, touching the future by helping the scholar. Thanks again.